Okay, so today we learned about our third type of rigid transformation. We've learned about translation, which is the slide, reflection, which is the flip. Today we're going to talk about rotation, which is the spin. So we're going to do a couple examples together. And the first one, let's set up our original flag. This is N, O, S, and E. And the flag shape is a little bit different than yesterday, just so we can fit it on our graph. And we want to rotate flag nose. So we're going to rotate nose. And we want to rotate it 90 degrees about the origin. And the origin, remember, is 0, 0. So how we're going to use our patty paper is we're going to trace our original. And then using the origin as our reference point, we're going to make a little cross so we know where the origin is. So my paper looks like that. And then I'm going to rotate. Now, when we rotate, we're going to rotate clockwise unless you are told to rotate counterclockwise. So always go clockwise. So the trick with the patty paper is I'm going to put my pencil right in the middle on the origin, and I'm going to spin my paper, and I'm going to spin it until my reference lines match up on the origin again. So that was a 90-degree turn. That was a quarter turn. So then now that I'm at 90 degrees turns, I can use my patty paper and I can graph the points of my image, and then I'm going to label my image. And remember, when we label our image, we label them with the little tick marks or the prime. And so then I have my original and my image. And what I did is I started here and I rotated 90 degrees. So I made a 90-degree rotation. We can represent this also using an algebraic expression. And if we take a look at the coordinates, the original n coordinate is -5, 2. And the image is 2, 5. The original O coordinate is -5, 4. The image O is 4, 5. So see if you can find a pattern on how we're getting the original to the image and how their coordinates are changing. So S is -5, 6. S prime is 6, 5. And then the last one, E is -3, 5. The image, E prime, is going to be 5, -3. So the pattern, which for those viewing at home, you probably already guessed it, what's happening between the coordinates from the original to the image is they're flip-flopping. So X is becoming the Y and Y is becoming the X, but something else is changing too. The original X is becoming the opposite of the Y here. So the way we're going to record that is we're going to say coordinate XY transforms to Y, comma, -X. Okay, the next problem, let's start another one, and we'll call this one face. So this is F, A, C, E. And we are going to rotate face 180 degrees about the origin. So once again, using our patty paper, we can set up our patty paper over the original. You're going to give yourself a little reference point on the origin. And then once again, we're going to rotate clockwise unless specifically told to do the other way. So 180 degrees is going to be a half turn. So here's a quarter turn. And then here's a half turn, keeping your pencil there in the middle. And when you get there, you can then see how the points line up, and you have your image. And once again, when you're labeling your image, make sure you're labeling it as, whoops, the prime. So this is F prime, A prime, C prime, E prime. So this one we rotated 180 degrees around the origin. You can also rotate 270 degrees. So if this was the original, a 270 degree rotation would be, that's 90, 180, whoops, 270. And of course you could do a 360, which would put you back in the original spot. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Good luck. And visit my website for a picture of the final toolkit.